My clock says 1:30, so shall we get started? Our public hearing to review the annual report on the status and implementation of Prop 400. I don't see any member of the public out there online, but I think we need to kind of go through the agenda anyway. It's my understanding, so we have a record of the public hearing. So let's go around and introduce ourselves. I'm Eric Anderson, Executive Director at MAG. John, you want to go?
Yeah, John Boland, Transportation Funding Policy Program Manager with MAG.
Tim?
Tim Stro, Transportation Policy and Planning Director at MAG.
Ken?
Hi, Ken Kessler, Assistant Public Transit Director with the City of Phoenix.
Steph?
Good afternoon, Steph Stearns, Transportation Analyst with MAG.
Patrick?
Good afternoon, Patrick Stone, Transportation Improvement Program Supervisor here at MAG.
Josh?
I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. My name is Josh Hope. I am the Transit Lifecycle Program Manager at Valley Metro.
Kelly?
I'm Kelly Tapp, Communication Director at MAG.
Juan?
Juan Juarez, Communication and Digital Outreach Planner at MAG.
Great. And Carol?
Hi, I'm Carol Ketcherside, Deputy Director for Service Planning and Innovation at Valley Metro.
We can't hear you very well, Carol, but we could read your lips anyway. So
Okay, I'll put on, sometimes this happens, I'll put on the headset.
it's okay. All right, so we're going to have a presentation by Steph Stearns on the annual report. And then if anybody wants to provide public comment, that'll be the next step, and then we'll conclude. So Steph, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks, everyone. Pleased to be here to present this information to you. Next slide, please. So the Prop 400 report is an annual requirement. It's required by state statute, and it looks at the 3 modal life cycle programs. The report also addresses project status, project financing, as well as the outlook for implementation for the remainder of the program. Next slide, please. Getting right into our revenue projections. For the remainder of the program, it is projected that we will bring in approximately $2.5 billion through 2026, through fiscal year 2026. This is approximately 17% higher than what we had projected at this time last year. This is due to strong growth in the retail sector. Next slide, please. On the federal side of things, we are forecasting to bring in approximately $1.1 billion. A significant portion of this includes FTA discretionary grant funds, which our partners at Valley Metro, in partnership with the City of Phoenix, have been very successful at going out for the region. These are nationwide and discretionary grant programs. So kudos to them. This does make up a really substantial part of our federal funds for the remainder of the Prop 400 program. Next slide, please. Getting into the Freeway Lifecycle Program, a total of 3 projects were completed over this past fiscal year. I will also take a moment to note that this report reflects a snapshot in time as of July 1st of 2022. So all of the projects reported on are as of the status of July 1, 2022. We had 3 projects complete and 7 underway. They are listed on the screen and shown on the map for your reference. Next slide, please. Moving on to the Arterial Lifecycle Program, we had many projects underway. Shown on the screen are just a snapshot of a few of them. This top photo here is the Northern Parkway, Dysart Road, and El Mirage Road overpasses. And then the bottom photo here is the intersection of Southern Avenue at Stapley in Mesa. Next slide, please. Moving on to the Transit Lifecycle Program, the TLCP is split between the bus and rail side. On the bus side, we saw the implementation of a new route, Route 515, the Fountain Hills Mesa Connector, as well as 135 vehicles purchased this past year. This includes both expansion and replacement vehicles, as well as buses and paratransit vehicles. On the rail side of things, we saw completion of the Tempe streetcar. We saw construction underway of the South Central Extension and Downtown Hub and the Northwest Extension Phase 2. And the capital extension was under planning. Next slide, please. turning your attention to what's been accomplished throughout the lifetime of Prop 400, not just this past year. It's been a total of 410 corridor miles of freeway highway projects, 252 corridor miles of arterial projects, and then 7.6 million bus transit revenue miles in 2022 alone. So you can expand that many times over for the life of the program to get an idea of how immense this is. Next slide, please. Looking forward, MAG will continue to review the program and cost estimates. We will make adjustments to projects and programs as needed. And we are working feverishly to identify a path forward to the ballot and get the extension of Proposition 400 in place. There is a link here at the bottom of the slide if you care to look at the annual report on the MAG website. We do also have print copies available, so please reach out to me if you would like to arrange for a copy to be delivered. Next slide, please. And that concludes my presentation. So if we have any questions or comment, we'd be happy to take that at this time.
Great, thanks, staff. So I do want to recognize Clem Lagaki has joined us from the Arizona Department of Transportation for the record. So do we have any questions? We don't have any members of the public. I don't see any. All right,
And
well, that concludes.
Eric, for the
Go
record,
ahead.
I also just want to state that we did not receive any public comment in advance of the meeting.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So thank you all for spending a few minutes with us today. Once again, this public hearing is required under state statute. And we appreciate your continued participation in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.